Antarctica, a frozen continent, locked away in silence, buried beneath miles of ancient ice. But what if it suddenly began to melt? In this video, you'll see what really happens when all of Antarctica's ice disappears. Sea levels will rise, cities will drown, the weather will turn violent, and millions of animals will lose their home. But that's just the beginning. Because when the ice melts, the Earth itself begins to shift. And humanity? We may not be ready for what comes next. Antarctica, a world of endless white, vast, frozen, still. This is the coldest place on Earth, colder than any desert, quieter than any forest, and home to over 90% of all the ice on the planet. It stretches across 14 million square kilometers, twice the size of Australia. And for millions of years it has slept, beneath a sky of silence. But nothing sleeps forever. What if this frozen giant suddenly woke up? Not slowly, not over centuries, but all at once? What if all of Antarctica's ice melted completely? Sea levels would rise, cities would vanish, weather would break loose, and the Earth would begin to shift when a continent made of ice becomes a force of destruction. Welcome to the story of the sleeping giant and the nightmare it might unleash. If Antarctica melts completely, the sea doesn't rise by inches or even meters. It rises by 60 to 70 meters. Imagine that. The oceans swallowing entire continents of land. Forever. New York disappears. London submerged. Dhaka gone. Tokyo underwater. From Los Angeles to Lagos, from Sydney to Shanghai, the world's most iconic cities lost beneath the waves. Small island nations erased from the map. The Maldives, the Bahamas, Fiji, gone. Bangladesh, a country of rivers, flatlands, and 170 million people, would face total devastation. And that's not speculation, that's math. Over 2 billion people live within just 60 miles of today's coastline. They'd lose their homes, their jobs, their history. Climate refugees, not thousands, but billions. Mass migration, on a scale humanity has never seen. No borders, no nations, just water. And this is only the beginning. Antarctica is melting, and with it, Earth's protection is fading. That ice, it wasn't just frozen water, it was a mirror, reflecting sunlight, shielding the planet. But now, the mirror is gone, and the heat, it stays. Oceans boil, the air thickens, and global temperatures begin to spike. Heat waves scorch cities, not 40 degrees, but 50, sometimes more. People collapse, power grids fry, fires rage in places that never burned before. Cyclones spin faster, bigger, deadlier. Storms we once called once in a century now arrive every summer. Floods consume cities, droughts crack farmland, rain disappears, then returns in violent downpours. The sky no longer listens. The seasons? Broken, blurred, gone. Forecasts fail, patterns vanish, and Earth's climate spins out of control. This isn't a bad year, this is a new planet, and it all began with a continent of ice that couldn't stay frozen. Antarctica holds more than ice, it holds life. Penguins waddle across frozen plains, seals raise pups on drifting shelves, whales echo their songs beneath blue ice. But now, the ice is breaking, and with it, their world. No ice means no home, no rest, no food, no future. Melting glaciers pour fresh water into the sea, the balance of salt and current shattered. The ocean's heartbeat disrupted, and at the base of it all, phytoplankton. Tiny, invisible, yet everything depends on them. As the water warms, they die, and when they die, so does the food chain. Krill vanish, fish collapse, seals go hungry, whales go silent, penguins disappear. It's not just extinction, it's unraveling. The ocean loses its memory, its rhythm, its soul. A collapse, not in millions of years, but in one human lifetime. And once it's gone, we won't get it back. Antarctica may seem isolated, but its weight holds the planet steady. Over millions of years, trillions of tons of ice have pressed down on Earth's crust, shaping its balance, like a hand on a spinning top. But when that weight is gone, the balance breaks. As Antarctica melts, the ground beneath it begins to rise, slowly at first, then faster. The Earth's crust stretches, fractures, shifts, old fault lines awaken, new ones are born, and suddenly the planet begins to shake. Earthquakes erupt in unexpected places, not just near Antarctica, but across the world. Dormant volcanoes come alive, magma finds new paths, pressure builds and bursts. But the scariest part? Even Earth's rotation could subtly shift. A change in spin, a tilt in the axis, a day just slightly shorter. It sounds small, but for a planet, that kind of shift echoes everywhere. Tides change, winds drift, seasons shift, all because one continent melted, one collapse, and the Earth itself begins to move. If Antarctica falls, the world doesn't end in one moment. It ends in waves. First come the floods, then the heat, then hunger. Crops fail, fisheries collapse, and shelves in grocery stores go empty. Food turns to panic, panic turns to violence. Nations argue over water, cities burn over grain, and borders close as billions begin to move. Climate refugees on a scale this world has never imagined. Governments struggle, economies break. Civilization, once so confident, now gasps for air. And all of it because of a shield we never noticed. That ice, quiet, distant, forgotten, was never just ice. It was protection, it was balance, it was warning, and now it's vanishing. Not in some distant future, but maybe in your lifetime. The collapse has begun. The question is, will we act? Or will we wait until it's too late? Because this time, there's no second chance. If this video made you think, give it a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.